Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about understanding people's motivations and how important this is. So the big phrase to keep in mind here is don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay? As a buyer, that is actually not something you want happening around you. So let me give you a great example. There's a very big lender in our country that as soon as they pre-approve a buyer, they immediately hook them up with a realtor. Sometimes the people will even say, oh, we have a VA approved realtor that we're gonna assign to you. It sounds so official. It sounds like the VA is babysitting your loan and they're babysitting your home buying process and giving you this special realtor. Are they? No, they're not, guys. No, the VA is not picking out your realtor. As a veteran or active duty, the government is not assigning you a realtor. So if anyone is telling you that, just hang up on them because they're a con man. But that's what it feels like. It feels like, oh, I'm pre-approved and now they've got this special person assigned to me by the VA. Okay, now look, in fairness, some of these realtors that get assigned by this large company are great, they're excellent, they're wonderful, and they recognize that they need to do what's in the client's best interest no matter what, okay? But what I'm seeing a lot of right now is they are telling clients that they can't leave that lender. Now, here's the deal. So what you guys need to do to protect yourself is if you're pre-approved by a lender, if the lender's assigning you a realtor, I want you to shop rates now. You don't have to have everyone pull your credit. You have your credit score, the purchase price. You're gonna call a couple lenders. You're gonna say, hey, look, if I was in contract right now, what would your lender fee be? Would there be an origination charge? And what would your interest rate be? Write it down. Okay, now there's a very good chance you may find that this lender is very expensive. It may be very hard to get out of them that they're charging 1% origination. It may be very hard to get out of them what ballpark of interest rates they're in. Why do you think that is? So here's the deal. If a lender's ever hesitant to talk to you about their fees or their rates, it's because they're high. It's true. I mean, look, I could say like, oh, they're busy or oh, this, but I've literally had a couple clients come to me recently where they've been working with other lenders. They're like, I've been asking them for a month what rate to expect. And I'm like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. If you call me, I'll tell you right now, like, okay, here's where I am today. You can also check my website every single day of the week. You can play with my app and price out your loan yourself. Full transparency. And whether it's me or another lender, that's what you want, is full transparency. So you're gonna do a quick rate quote, and if you find that the lender that assigned you the realtor is higher, you're gonna say to that realtor right now, hey, I think I'm gonna switch lenders. It seems like XYZ is very expensive. So I'll get you a pre-approval letter from the new lender, okay? Okay. Now, let's say the realtor's name is Becky. If Becky goes, okay, no problem, that sounds great. Or, a responsible Becky would actually say, okay, that sounds good. Do you mind if I talk to the new lender? And how did you find them? Like, what are their reviews like? I just want to make sure they can close on time. That's a responsible Becky. She's looking out for your best interest. She's making sure that you're able to take advantage of a better deal, but that it is a real better deal and that the lender you're talking to is legit. Okay? And I talk to a lot of Beckys, and sometimes they are just obnoxious. They're like, oh, well, have you worked in, they specify a city and a state, and they're like, I don't know if you've worked in this zip code. And it's like, I am not the realtor. I am a lender. I do VA 30-year fixed loans. It doesn't matter what zip code I'm in. My job is to make sure that the borrower qualifies for the loan. And then I order an appraisal through the VA portal, which is what any lender does. But some of these Beckys, they try to put some doubt in there, even though there should be no doubt. So look, if Becky's being responsible and trying to make sure that the lender that you're switching to is legit, that is fair, okay? And if she's like, well, they're not, my neighbor, that's not a legitimate excuse. Like, it's just not. Okay, now if Becky goes, you can't switch lenders. You can't switch lenders. I'm only gonna show you houses if you work with XYZ lender. Well, that's because Becky doesn't wanna bite the hand that feeds her. If she says, no, you can't work with them. No, you can only work with them legally. The VA assigned you to them. Lies, 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 trying not to bite the hand that feeds you. The bottom line is that the realtor should not be steering your lending choice. However, in these positions where the lender is feeding the realtor, they often will do that. I've had realtors, because sometimes people say, okay, Jen, who do you recommend? And in specific areas of the country, I have people I've really enjoyed working with that I think have done a really great job for the borrower. So I will send them business. And I've had people say to me, oh, well, Jen, I'll try to keep them with you no matter what. And I say, oh my God, please don't. Like, if someone is beating me on rate and fee, I want the client to go with them. I don't need to take advantage of people to make a good living. I don't need a realtor steering for someone to stay with me. You know, I am not everyone's cup of tea. You may like me at first, but then you may be like, oh wait, she's a little sassy. Switch lenders, guys. Switch lenders, it's okay. And that's what I tell all the realtors that I ever send business to, is if they get a better deal, I want them to go with that other lender. Just make sure they're legit. And that's the way it should be, because the bottom line is that this is the biggest purchase probably you'll make in your life. And I don't know what it is about our society, but it's just not taken seriously enough. But 1% origination, you know, on a $300,000 loan, that's $3,000. I don't know about you, but like, if I could get the same rate or better and my loan closes on time and I save $3,000, that helps my family. I'm assuming it helps you and yours as well. And that's the thing that gets missed so much, is that I feel like in real estate, like, money doesn't feel real to a lot of people in the industry, because we talk about money all the time. Like, you know, oh, I'm gonna buy $1 million house, I'm gonna buy this or that, is what we hear all the time, that money doesn't feel real. And I feel like realtors really don't get it sometimes. They don't understand that $3,000 is the difference between, you know, you being able to contribute to the retirement. It's the difference between paying off a credit card. It's the difference between getting your family in a better position. I don't think a lot of people get that. And so that's why I'm saying you guys need to be your own advocate here, and you need to keep in mind, if someone's trying to keep you with a lender, even though you have found a better deal somewhere else, and the other deal is from a legitimate lender that you can verify has closed, has a successful record, why are they trying to keep you in the more expensive deal? And if it comes down to they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them, well, then you guys know what to do. Bye, Becky. Bye. I'm gonna get so many hate things from Becky's, but I'm just trying to like really bring the Becky thing, because Karens have gotten so much hate. We're just gonna hate on some Beckys. So if you're a Becky, this was not meant to torture you. It's a great name to say bye to. So I hope this was helpful. As you guys know, I'm licensed in 46 states. I love giving rate quotes. Also, questions or comments, please leave them in the YouTube, because that's actually where I see them now, because my email is a pit of despair. And as always, you know, we're here to be as transparent as possible, show you where we are with rates. 0 origination fee on VA. So that's exciting. Anyways, have a good week, guys.